sign of intelligence yet. It acts more as a reflex.
Hello and welcome. Morgan Freeman is one of Hollywood's biggest stars, with a movie career that spans nearly 5 decades. His starring role in movies like Driving Miss Daisy and Shawshank Redemption made him a household name.
And trying to picture what my guy is doing.
He won an Oscar for Best Supporting Actor for $1 Million Baby and has earned 4 other Oscar nominations. His voiceover work has become iconic, including his narration for the Academy Award-winning documentaries The Long Way Home and March of the Penguins. The Memphis-born star has played everyone from Nelson Mandela to God twice. On his rise to success, Morgan Freeman has had to overcome many obstacles, including poverty and racism. His journey has taught him many lessons through the years.
That these physicists doing these incredible things need some recognition.
Among those lessons, he's learned that we all judge and measure each other by our own standards. Accepting this goes a long way in understanding others. Remember, people have one thing in common. They're all different. When you judge others, you don't define them, you define yourself. Some of us measure our life through money and accolades. Others measure it through beauty and popularity. And some measure it through service and good deeds. Chances are you measure it through some combination of all these things, but one in particular matters most to you. One stands out and determines your happiness more than others. So judge less, accept more, and restore your happiness.
Suggestions about how we should play a sword fight scene that
pretty much lived in the movies whenever I had spare time or Forever 13 cents. And that period, we were refighting World War II, So, yes, I decided by age 15 that I wanted to be a jet pilot because I got in a lot of trouble in school flying. Teachers droning on, and I'm climbing out 15,000 feet. And then I went into the Air Force because I really did want to fly, and it was the quickest ticket out of Mississippi to elsewhere in the world. And I learned very quickly that wasn't going to happen. I was not going to be a jet pilot, and that I was not cut out for the military. I still was kind of going for it, and I got to go to the flight line at North Island Naval Air Station down near Coronado, California. And I got to sit in the cockpit of a T-33 jet trainer. That's when I decided acting was going to be it.
I don't think wealth and genetics have anything to do with each other, actually. If you're born in the U.S., it really doesn't matter the condition of your birth. What matters is what you inherit from your nurturing, from your environment, whether or not you're going, I'm just from the standpoint of having been born with little. Here, you can always get out of that. Say you're born as one of the untouchables in India, and if you're born into the super rich, there you are. Here, you can be born to the super rich, but 3-4 generations down the line, it's gone. I had a long haul from where I came from to here, but here we are. So the proof of the pudding is in the eating, and here we sit at the dining table. Everybody doesn't courage is the key to life itself. There are a lot of people who are born in situations that say, well, I'll never get out of this. So they won't. I say to people who say, well, I would like to have done so and so and so. So you could have done it. So, well, I couldn't get out of here. Man, the bus runs every day.
Well, your responsibility, your first responsibility in anything you do in this media and this acting and doing entertainment, I think the act of responsibility is believability. I feel enormous responsibility. That's my whole responsibility, that I believe what I'm doing. Exciting, mysterious guy trying to steal this money for what reason? To retire from what? Stealing? Probably. He has a certain kind of integrity about him, albeit he's a thief. He's not a murderer. He's not a bad guy. He's just a thief.
Romanticizing that whole idea, we were refighting World War II as I was growing up, so we had all these heroic movies, and I fell in love with the idea of flying. And then when I got into the Air Force, I had this big eye-opener that racism was rampant there also, and that I had not qualified, or suited is a better word, for military life. That kind of unquestioning obedience to a lot of things that I think are stupid. Didn't quite go over well. So when I got out, I was an early discharge. It was almost dishonorable, because I just really didn't fit. But the catalyst actually was I did get to sit in a jet trainer, because I had a lot of people behind me to get me into flight school and stuff. But sitting there, it occurred to me that this is absolutely not what I want. It isn't movies. It's for real. These, this little red button on the joystick controls guns with real bullets. And I sat there for quite a while and knew that if I made a strafing run, I needed a camera here and I needed the people to be able to get up and go back to number one. So I got out of that plane on the runway at North Island Air Station, Naval Air Station, and I walked away from that and towards acting. I knew that it was all about the movies. It was all about the movies.